Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan, I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back.
The police?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's...
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it.
Has she
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept...
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I'm sorry, I simply couldn't...
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I lived.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task...
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my...
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
This is not my home anymore. Too many bad memories. Too many tragedies.
I'm afraid selling the house would only lead to another tragedy. I beg you to reconsider your decision.
Goodbye, Avery.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan.
It's locked. I have this thirst for blood. Good evening, miss. It's me again.
I'm sorry.
Dr. Reed.
Why?
I think I should come in, miss.
An epidemic, you say?
It's locked.
So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan.
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor.
I found this watch. It was a gift from you to your boy, wasn't it? I think it should return to you now.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
Trinkets and possessions help us remember our past.
I would never lose anything that belonged to Jack. Why don't you take this? Dr. Tippett's? Please, for your charity.
Do you require...
I'm glad you asked, Dr. Tippett's. I must...
I'll try my best. Here, take this.
Thank you, Doctor.
Enid, have you really...
I've not seen Jack for so long. I lose track of time. Has something bad happened to him?
Jack takes good care of you, Miss Gillingham.
He does indeed. My Jack is the best son a mother could ask for.
What can...
Oh,
Is...
my...
Who are the more... Have you... Goodbye, Miss... Good evening. There's no... Show me what you have to offer. Good evening, Miss Gillingham. May I come in?
Of course, of course. So,
Tell me, Enid, why do you feel guilty about your son?
I know I'm a burden to my Jack.
This is not your doing, Miss
Of course I don't, Doctor. I've done nothing wrong, I swear it. What exactly?
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham. Good evening.
There's no need.
Goodbye. Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call.
Goodbye. I cannot enter.
Have you found the answers you were looking for?
There is too much left
Get to know us.
Thank you, old Brit. Rodney, you're the man who killed that gang member, are you not? Is that why you are hiding in this godforsaken...
Yes, I did.
Then why did you kill him?
That arsehole always mocked me for the colour of my skin. Usually I let it go. But not that night. We fought. He died.
Unfortunately, I have met several murderers during my lifetime. You don't look like them. I can tell you're no cold-blooded killer.
You're right, sir. At first it was just a simple argument.
Believe me, Rodney, you won't survive here long.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die, remember that the blood of Rodney Grader will be on your hands. I'll go back to the docks.
It's locked. I can't believe I'm doing this. Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't...
Do you need...
It's a little...
What can I
hope we're talking about...
You need some...
Women die too in this war!
Welcome back, Dr. Reed.
Elizabeth.
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join...
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically burst.
I must admit the Guard of Pre-Wen impressed me. They must have spent years preparing their plan.
Good evening, miss. Can I help?
I am Karina Billow.
Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid?
No, it's me who bites them.
What happened?
The rats. The answer hides in that.
Miss Billow, please, try to...
The voice in my head. He forces...
Do you feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes.
Tell me about the voice in your head. Who is it? Can you describe it?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me, please, Doctor.
What is the local news here?
Shadows.
Tell me about your...
Oh, I'm hungry.
Don't you remember who you are, miss?
I was... strong.
What happened?
The rat...
Miss Billow... I must go now. Hello? Is anyone there?
Jonathan,
Thank you, Venus.
I was going to bed, actually.
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes.
Of course you may enter. You know that you are always welcome here. But at this hour of night...
It's a pleasure to see you again, Venus.
So you returned from the war in one piece to...
How is the old rub?
Probably outside.
Venus, why do you worry so much about...
Everyone laughs at Clarence now. And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinion.
How have you been since...
I've done my duty. Like...
I understand. Luckily, this...
Yes, and it's also true about the epidemic.
Have you noticed...
You mean except for your return to town?
Thank you, Venus.
I wish I could have assisted at the funeral, but...
There's no need to apologize, my dear.
No, it's not. I am sure that Clarence has not even thought to present you his condolences. He is too...
Why is my...
It's more an unexpected happy end. You know that you are always welcome here. But at this hour of night... feared the worst.
It's locked, all right.
I think we're safe for now. I pursued and killed the last hunter with my own hands as he tried.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lance-Bearer. Please tell us...
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
But some...
The important thing is, we won.
Thank you.
Now, I have another task for you. One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
I'm sorry.
Are you questioning my...
No. It's just...
The rebirth of Aloysius Dawson is a necessary step in our campaign to ensure the safety of London.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Before I...
All right.
Why?
Because he is about to die. And he just...
Did he...
No, I did. My decision is very...
Does he know?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed. Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage...
How would you like...
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will...
Is there an...
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some...
You invited Lady Ashbury.
Not allowed as members, no. But consider...
So it's a temporary...
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Understood.
Goodbye.
Are you all right?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson.
I see. And have...
I'd like your...
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of...
Do you really want to know what
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage and only capable of creating skulls.
Please, tell me more.
As long as you lower your voice.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor? Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already. Let the reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
Are you sure your information...
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to...
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Why so vindictive?
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but...
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
What would happen if I made Dawson an echo?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control. Like...
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, my dear.
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
Watch out! Murdering bastard! Look at it! Got up like King...
It's locked, all right. I should find another way to get into the neighborhood.
I'll take him.
Killing's all you deserve.
We have to stop it! Die, vermin!
I cannot enter. This is Braille. I need someone who can read this. I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
You shall learn to your blood. Show me your power, you You're...
Louise's father was determined to find and save her. It's locked. I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Disgusting asshole! I'll never be alright! How long are you gonna keep me locked in here? Let me go, you bastard!
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed...
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale, and be careful. Until we meet again. You should...
Thank you for...
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. Good evening, Miss Price.
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not...
Always glad to see a former patient in good...
Too long indeed.
Do you know
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy some?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't...
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for...
That was before his brother Robert died in an...
What can...
I'm...
Really?
Don't get me wrong.
Tell me more.
Who would marry an old bat like myself?
Have you noticed...
Other than you...
Does your...
Have you not seen Carol since you returned?
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change.
Why would her...
She does not realize how cruel...
You have...
Maybe you...
May I...
It's always a... Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
I cannot enter. Good evening, Miss Price. I'm
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course, you...
Good to see you too, Carol.
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently.
Have you ever met them?
Yes.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books.
What?
I do the best...
Why?
Oh, no.
What can you...
I don't...
What can you tell me about...
Some of...
Have you no...
No.
Does he not...
No.
Do you...
Oh, yes, Doctor.
Do you...
No.
Do you ever...
Oh, no, Dr. Reed. Mum...
Goodbye.
I am sorry, I can't help you, sir. Perhaps you should talk with someone else.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
No civilians allowed, sir. Best be moving on.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing?
I'm conducting an investigation.
And who are you?
I'm Dr. Jonathan.
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
Do you know?
Who doesn't know the man?
What else can you?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind.
What are you?
I have a
Tell me about.
She's a waitress. Her father reported her miss.
Do you have any idea?
No.
Why are
criminals really acting?
No.
All right.
Why are you
a criminal?
No.
All right.
What can you tell?
I'm the one asking questions.
What?
I'm not going to discuss that with...
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps...
All right, without giving you too much information.
And what about the...
We both know...
What are you really...
I told you. Yeah.
What about...
I know.
What are you...
I have a miss...
Tell me about Louis.
She's away...
Do you have...
No.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I...
Dr. Reed?
Is there anything...
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar.
I think I would remember.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything?
I'm afraid not, sir.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
What? Tell me.
We are waiting.
And why?
Because we need to leave this city.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about...
As you like.
Please.
Do you like...
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times.
Yes, me too.
But what if we don't
Do we ever know who we are?
And what do you...
I stopped working when I decided to...
But what...
Does it really matter anymore?
Tell me more.
I just...
Who are you waiting for?
I really can't answer that question, since...
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help.
But why would you need this person's help?
Well, I thought we should have left this...
Goodbye, Mr. Beck. Good evening, sir.
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know?
I suppose you're right.
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
May I ask?
I don't know. You should ask my brother.
You must have your own.
From what I have managed to understand...
What can...
It's the only...
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling...
I still enjoy living in London.
Then I am sincerely happy for you.
What... Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city.
May I ask?
I believe...
Who...
The more I think of...
But what else could it...
I don't know. A feeling. At least it will... Have you ever...
What can you tell me?
You should ask that question to my brother instead.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
We should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive. For now, yes. But for how long? If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would...
I beg your pardons.
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards...
The cards?
Yes, they can tell me everything.
Is there anything you could tell me about...
Aloysius Dawson.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The gold...
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden...
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards all...
Is it possible to tell...
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right.
You're on a path to redemption, Jonathan. But be careful. One single trip and you'll fall.
That doesn't sound promising.
Take this, young Ekon, as a personal reward for your strong will. Keep following the right path and you'll reach safety.
How do you measure the amount of blood?
I told you.
Is it...
A vampire...
May I ask?
Of course.
I know that
It was 1801.
What was the nature?
The problem was that both sides considered...
Who found...
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of us...
So you're not just a club of...
Once upon a time, very long ago...
Can you read...
Are you sure you want to...
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Here.
The glutton. A man who just eats life as a cake. A righteous ego, surprised to fall in love.
Goodbye, sir.
I rarely wander. Perhaps London will survive the epidemic, but I see terrible trials waiting in the future. red river, a song in the dark, the whispers of a sun. So many signs to interpret.
There has been a fight here. I can see a blood trail. Left by one of the antagonists, perhaps?
the Spanish flu is not the only hidden killer around here.
Die, vermin!
Run! Back to the shadows!
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains, am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Finally, you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Believe me, there is a huge difference between reading about vampires and waking up as one. I learned that myself the hard way.
Oh my God, man, stop your whining. I don't have time for your pointless jibber-jabber.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
What do you know?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of...
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a
Yes, it will be tall and strong.
By doing so, you will also...
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor.
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated, as soon as they are spotted.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last! All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast, my family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death, I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity. And a man at peace.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn, as expected?
I'm afraid Mr. Dawson finally chose to embrace life and death as a mortal.
What do you mean?
He has overcome his fear of dying. I let him rest and wait for death to come.
What? This is unacceptable. Go back there and make him the powerful Ekon he's destined to be.
No, Lord Redgrave. As a doctor and as an immortal,
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple. I should kill you on the spot. You swore.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital. Do not dare show yourself again.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget.
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers.
What kind of answers?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers?
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Lady Ashbury? You know her?
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait! Slow down!
I'm listening, but I do not...
Where is...
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness, and the scars of ancient wounds.
Why did she come?
I am old Bridget, the bear.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly...
Because I used to know him quite well, and he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten...
No time to lose.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Tell her we need to talk.
In the end, is this not what we all need?
You read? Maybe it's time to see if this Christine...
When science fails you,
stupid new... This is my turn. You're bleeding. Your blood is now mine. And feeble. Foolish Elon. Stupid newborn. You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon.
Well, well.
What is this truck? Are the vampire hunters here already? Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar? Looks like he's wounded. I better follow the blood.
Ultraviolet curtains and Ori calcium powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment for one.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster, just like William Marshall did.
No! I'm trying to put an end to it, just like you are!
You're the progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We've found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak! So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true. Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers.
This is ridiculous. We're losing precious time.
True enough. Soon I'll bring your head before your coward of a father.
Rewind prevails!
Your poisonous bite is useless on me. Close your eyes! This is gonna hurt. Show some style. Fight up. Come on, Reed. Try something else. I know. It hurts, doesn't it? pin you down! Your poisonous bite is useless on me. Freewind prevails! True light! The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. Come on, Reed. Try something. If you're so innocent... Show some style. Fight like a man. Close your eyes! Come, true light will cleanse you! Close your eyes! This is gonna hurt! Freewind prevails! I'll pin you down! Show some style. Fight like a man. Come on, Reed. Try something else. Your poisonous bite is useless on me. I know! It hurts, doesn't it? I'll pin you down! Show some style. But if you're so innocent, why does simple light burn you so much? Prevails!
Good evening.
Good evening, Doc. Wise choice.
Good evening. Please show me what you have to sell. Of course. Good evening. Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive. Sadly depart.
Come on, Reed. Try something else. True light will cleanse you. Or take you down. The blood of a true defender of this land will... I know! Your poisonous bite is... Freewind prevails! Come on, Reed. Try something else. Show some style. Fight like a man. If you're so innocent, why does simple light burn you so much? pin you down! Show some style. The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. Freewind prevails! If you're so innocent... Your poisonous bite is useless on me. True light will cleanse you. We are the guardian of justice. Priwen shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
I'm not saying we could be friends, you and I. But perhaps we could collaborate to put an end to this epidemic.
Never! We are Priwen. We do not negotiate. We do not compromise.
There is no way you'll ever let me be, McCullum. You'll always hunt me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now. For there is no way you can sway me to your ideals.
That's where you're mistaken.
What do you mean?
I'll spare you, McCullum. I'll offer you the mercy you never offered me.
What is this ruse?
This is no ruse, McCullum. This is me letting you go. After all, you and I are both trying to save this poor country in our own way.
I'll kill you, Reed. Next time we meet, I'll end you.
See? Progress already. You called me by my name. Until the next time. Goodbye, Hunter.
Surely I can endure another